Hello. In this video, we're going to be learning how to make a game in Karel. To start, let's open up the maze that we made in the last video by going to My Files, to Demo, and then let's make a copy of Maze 1, because we're going to be editing it. And then, let's rename it to Maze-Game. Good. Now, let's open it up. Okay. Now the first thing we want to do is we want to delete all the code in this window right here because we don't want to give away the answer to the game to people playing it. So let's do that. Next, let's click on the Games button here, and it asks us to convert it to a Games worksheet. We can do that by going up to File and Convert to Game Worksheet. It will ask you if you're sure and click Yes. Okay, now that we're converted to a game worksheet, we have some new options to work with. So let's go up to Edit Game. Now, we can create a summary for our game. In the summary, we can put a short description of the goals and what's intended for this game. So, let's make a title first as Karel is in the desert. And then, let's make a short description of Karel needs to pick up the water bottle and place it in the basket. Next, we're going to let's bold the title here, clicking the bold button, and let's change the font size to 18. Then let's change the description font size to 12. That looks pretty good. So next, let's click on the Goals button. Now, on the Goals tab, we have a lot of different options here that we can choose. First is Steps. And Steps restricts how many steps Karel is allowed to make once they run the program. So, if we were to look at our puzzle here, Karel needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps total to make it to the home square. So we can make it 7 steps. Next is Max Operations. An operation is any movement, picking up, or putting. This includes turning left and right as well. Let's just leave that one blank for now. Next, we have Objects to Collect. For Objects to Collect, you can tell the game how many objects Karel must pick up before he makes it to the home square, or he'll fail the level. Or, you can click this button right here and make it so Karel has to collect all objects. We're going to select that. Next is Max Lines. And what that means is that's how many lines of code you can have before you fail the level. We're just going to leave that one blank for now. Next is Mode, and you have two choices here, Manual or Programming. Manual mode is where the game is just pressing the buttons to move Karel forward, backwards, left, right, and you have a button for Get and Put. Let's put ours on Programming. The next two options are that Karel has to finish at home and that Karel has to fill all containers. Let's make sure all of those are checked as well. And then finally, we have forbidden keywords and required keywords. Forbidden keywords are words that you can't have typed in the program or Karel will fail. Next is required keywords, which if you don't have them typed, you will fail. For this, let's put repeat as a forbidden keyword and while as a required keyword. So, now with that, let's click Save and take a look at our game. Let's take a look at the Games tab to see what it looks like. If we look, we have the description here, and we can only use a max of 7 steps. We have to fill all containers, collect all objects, and finish at home, and we have to use the keyword while. So, let's publish our game. We can do that by exiting out. Now, let's right-click our game, and we're going to publish to web. For this video, let's give the user the most privileges possible. And now, we're ready to share this game with any of our friends or family. So, let's take a look at how that looks if you've shared it. We're going to open up a new tab, and now, we're going to paste it into the top here, and let's open up the game. Now that our game is open, it looks just like it did on the Games tab. So, Now, let's take a look at what happens if we don't finish all of the requirements. So let's do while not home, go. And if we find a scorpion, write. So we're not going to collect any of the objects or fill the containers. So let's watch what happens. As you can see, it says not all objects collected. Try again. You can go down to the restart button and add if bottle get and if basket put. Now if we play the game, success! At the end of a level, people who play your game can rate it easy, just right, or too hard too, to give you some feedback. So let's go ahead and rate this just right. Now we can also give opinions on how to improve the game as well, but we'll just leave that blank for now and send. And also, at the end of the screen here, it tells you how many steps you made, how many operations, and how much time it took, along with objects collected. With that, this ends this tutorial video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.